Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Said Where I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did some more story stuffs. One of the things involves trying to get Racefelger to join us in our fight against Nidhogg. And, well, he has proposed to us a trial to see if we are worthy of, or if we are even capable of doing this. And that is what we will be doing today. Right, where that's raids, it's not dungeons. Sorkai, yes. I am a healer, so that should, yep, insta-pop. It do be like that, huh? The healing privileges. Well, it's kind of like, it's kind of, yeah, understandable. For a lot of reasons. Also, this place is amazing. It's one of my... It's actually... I think this is one of my favorite Heavensward dungeons. Aesthetic-wise and all that jazz. There's a lot of good dungeons in Heavensward, though, in all fairness. Ba-ba-ba. Right, have no fear, because we are here. Now let's see if I remember how to play, see if I remember how to play this job that I'm playing currently, because once again, out of all the jobs in this game, Scholar is the one I am the least familiar with. I mean, like, I'm familiar enough to the point that I kind of know how it works, but I don't know how to play it any form of optimally. Because I just don't play it that much. I have no particular reason why I don't play it that much, honestly. I can't really say that, like... I can't with confidence say that it's, like, not enjoyable or anything. It just takes a lot of effort for me to get used to it each time. Maybe I should at some point just kind of stick to Scholar for a little bit and doing other content. Who knows? I mean, I will definitely be doing it more since, you know, I'm doing this thing now where I use different jobs each time. That will also result in me playing Scholar at a higher level, and just more. Also, hello, Chieftain Moglen. Your ridiculous name won't make it past me, Kupo. Your ridiculous name. That's pretty good. I like that joke. So it's gonna do palm raise in that area, and any Mughals that are in there are gonna get rest. Otherwise, he's just gonna be casting for half an hour and nothing's gonna happen. Hi. Music in this place too. And just a lot of like aesthetic niceties. I feel like in Heavensward in general, really. Really, like, barely have to use my stacks too. Well, these pulls aren't that big though, so... Whoopsie. Thought I'd finish my cast. Oh my god. That's a huge bitch. Grab those boys. Get every last one of them. These. And then we're gonna do one of these, and then one of these, and then one of these. Shields. Nice. A Viking scarf. Wow. Hey, look, it's the mount you can get from Palace of the Dead. Let's see if I remember your mechanics. Alright, Burning Bright is just like a line attack. I'm not even sure if it's like a tank bust or anything. Anyway, at some point it's gonna be proximity damage, so get as far away as you can. Whoopsie, I stood in the freaking... Yeah, you have to basically stand over here. You're gonna get knocked to the side. So... try not to get knocked into the lightning things, because as you can quite clearly see, the dot is very powerful. As I'm showing off being the human experiment in my human, like being the human in my experimentation. I think this is gonna like drop a little thundercloud above me. Okay. Is it gonna break the wall? Okay, yeah, it will break the walls too. Gotcha. Right, where are you gonna drop? Where are we dropping, boys? Go and actually give a shield before this attack happens. Like a shield healer should. It's funny because like my favorite healer to play is Sage, which is a shield healer. But I keep forgetting to shield heal. Or put up shields as a shield healer. Well, it's more like I forget to do it with Scholar. But I forget to do anything with Scholar because I forget about Scholar. Oh. Look at this. My limits, no. I don't want to use my limit breaks. May as well use energy drain. I don't really have much other reason to use my stacks at the moment. Oh yeah. This. Thanks for the bridge. Random Blizzard Dragon. There's a lot of accessories that drop in this place. Which I guess kind of makes sense, really. It is a 50-60 dungeon. It's interesting that most of the time I don't even need to heal this Gunbreaker. But you can't really do like, you can do like maybe 2 big pulls or something, but other than that, really not that much. Anyway, time to fight Race Falcon. Spoiler question mark, but the game literally tells you. This fight has been changed quite dramatically. It used to be very unique. We needed to jump from platform to platform to avoid certain AoEs, but it was also kind of a pain in the buttocks. Unless they change it to be more more aligned with the content of nowadays. So now instead he will be a wall boss. That I've also only fought like maybe once. So I honestly have no idea what his attacks are like. But I can hazard a guess as to what that will do. That'll probably attack the left side of the arena. Yep. Holy storm! That sounds like a raid wide, yep. And hello to die. Oh, there's extra players. Okay. These symbols over here are commonly known as exaflares. And they will basically step forward and forward. Let's enter one of these. Akmorn we've seen in Core the Bomb. It will hit you repeatedly for a certain amount of time. Usually, like in a lot of fights, the longer the fight lasts, the more Akmorns happen. It's kind of like a softened rage. This. Diamond Storm. I have no idea what this does, but I'm gonna give people a shield. Oh, thin ice. Ah, here we go. Right, I'll be going this way. Excuse me. I'm just gonna stay right here, unless if I'm AoE. Okay. That's right. I love this like thin ice mechanic. Another Akmorn. Okay, we're done. That's it. May as well roll for it. More seals! Thumbs up. Also got 3 commendations. Nice.
Tan in unsisnat. Swor as finan. Stiskar ikin. El en in an. Sedgar initek. Taishi S.I. Isa.
Okay, game. I guess I can swap back to Marshallist for the cutscenes. As that is the job that I was walking around with today. Oh, my poor ribs. That was a painful reminder of a great worm's might. And if he truly meant us harm, he would not be standing here now. Plainly, his intent was to teach. His onslaught forced me to recall my training about the speed of the dragon, his balance, his blind spots. It was, in short, a very thorough lesson. Or a very thorough lesson. Now, Kupolin, let me begin by congratulating you on the completion of your trial. For one with a name more befitting of a jester, you fight with the savagery of a rabid demon. Do you see how my wings are kinked? Even my palm aches. After this drubbing, I fear my loyal subjects will have to bear the load of my personal chores for quite some time, Kupo. Possibly indefinitely. When I told you about Lynn's trial, I didn't mean for the rest of us to suffer. That's triple shifts for you, Moghan. That is so horrible. It's a triple! That's not fair! There's no justice, Cooper! Not at all! Oh, rip. Triple shrug. Yes, of course. Next cutscene. Yes. I think it's also voiced.
Our negotiations proved rather more strenuous than I had anticipated, but the results seem well worth the effort.
The battle was indeed hard won. Thank you, my friends. I would never have earned Hraesvelga's cooperation had you not seen fit to grant me yours. 'Twas your stalwart heroism that moved the heart of the Great Worm at the last. Any gratitude I can offer is but poor reward for your continued service to Ishgard.
'Twould seem our final reckoning with the dread worm is at hand. I only wish we had some inkling as to when he means to strike. Oh, gods.
The cry heraldeth his coming. Nidhogg's shade hath taken wing.
It has begun. We must away to Ishgard.
Okay. Is the next quest is gonna... No. Ishgard will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away. Well, there you go. I do wonder something now, because like Hraesvelga's element is definitely ice and holy kind of stuff. And I do wonder why the storm approaches every single time he's here. Could be to just conceal his presence. Being a recluse and all. Except for today, of course.
Aye. I must return to my city without delay.
Remember your training! We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns. Ugh. We must hold!
Reinforcements! By the Fury, that one is the size of Nidhogg.
Lord Commander!
You are late, Warrior of Light.
Watan and by in. Still walking. Nal inga. Ale el ikinfa en. Kohes do in. Uldo kai omon ikin in kastaga stajas skol hes som. Orsk mik in eskja in van ihe dolun hikin hern esh. Sloskuan inna. His inna. Liskol an. Nusgar akin. Sus ul war. drar mig in. Faun War mo I te tothar an. This an in. Snalis ray in. Nedwo. Elstra. In Heavensward. Ja, wa il an stra en in. Alle in Kom an les in. Dis alf I an in. Sal jas an.
And here it is, the final steps of faith. Okay. Of course, following my usual rules, I will be grabbing the next job. Where are you? There you are. Okay. I will, well, be right back when this pops. Here we are. I listened like while waiting because this music of course keeps playing. I listened to the entire song and it's I love it. This fight has some amazing music. Time for me to also remember how to play Astrology. Well, it's not much remembering. A lot of it is still muscle memory for me. Seems like I am not the only one playing. Oh, for the love of. Anyway, rate-wide damage just happened. These little things happen from time to time. Where he will basically summon like little eyeballs underneath you and they will blow up. Anyway, you're just not gonna care about... Okay. Seems like somebody else arrested them. We can do that. Try and heal you before you take damage. Okay. Like that. We can heal you. Yeesh. This guy also cleaves, as one would expect of a boss. Definitely a big boss, they usually tend to cleave. These two also cleave, which, you know, just killed a person who got hit by both of the cleaves. The Shadow Dragon is just gonna walk around at random and just do like claw attacks like that, which are just cleaves. And then there's also... Jeez, I just got about that too. So I'm a little bit distracted over here. Especially by people continuously getting hit by these things. Anyway, these two The two, like the Robiniac and the other one, just do cleaves every now and again. And the Shadow Dragon does also cleaves. It can also shoot a fireball in somebody's general direction. And that is it for that little ad phase. At least, you know, of the normal fight. We still have Extreme after this, and now this happens. It turns into a kind of a dragon slash dragoon hybrid, which is pretty dang cool. NGL. Man, I would love it if people win. I get hit by literally every AoE. At least that doesn't play, I don't think. At least not in a normal fight. It may in an extreme though, I don't remember. These will leave puddles behind to try to avoid them. There will be one person who's gonna, like one of these clones basically, is gonna do a super jump, proximity based damage. Why are you so far away? I just overrode the other person's card. I cannot deal with another Astrologian in my party when I'm playing Astrologian. It's just, it's ridiculous. I'm going to cleanse that because that is quite an annoying little... I don't need to do that. Alright. We get Blood Rage. Get away from puddles, watch out for where Nidog's gonna dash through. Okay, that's not the correct card, but whatever. I'm gonna do this. I'm also going to do this here. These balls will like blow up in lines basically. They're gonna do like a cross type of attack when they blow up. And there we go. Hi, City.
Estinian!
Is this to be mine end? Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg! Thou shalt die by my hand!
This is not your hand, worm!
Thou wilt obey!
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me, now, while I have the beast subdued! You waste your time. Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty!
No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
Souls cry, a passion welling within. Sacrifice, a bind of flea to her kin.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
Yet this bond of hope by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
He lives. Ah, Estinian, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
Allow me to do this much, at least.
Alemon initegdram. Fall in.
You have my gratitude, Hraesvelga. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Al and flee. Ustra udin instra rare. An hesnesh. One in nesk ik an. Keifta.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than bear him home and wish him well, even as Hraesvelga did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
I just noticed that my chat block wasn't gone. I kept it there the entire time. Oh well. That is something that I literally cannot change anything about. So the haze of pain, I swear I sensed it, but no, the past is done. And we must look to the future. At long last, Nidhogg is gone. His foul spirit cast out once and for all. I only pray that Estinian survives the ordeal. A battle with Nidhogg's shade will beget many an epic battle, Blin, and rightly so. It was, without a doubt, one of your more epochal victories. Now I must admit that I took greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. And not only for your sake, had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would have been fused to Estinian's mail. Wait. Would still be, there we go. Yet even with Nidhogg gone, I cannot help but wonder how much of our friend remains. Let us pay a visit to Lucia and beg news of its condition. Whatever, man. Which doesn't matter which way I run. I'm just gonna, whatever. Actually, never really knew about this passage. Why? Oh well. Led Master Alfino, my honored friends. As if winning Hraesvelga to our cause were not enough, you took it upon yourself to rid us of his brood brother. I know not how to thank you. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy. The two saviors of the day were Lyn and Estinian. One triumphed over Nidhogg's shades through the strength of arms, and the other through the strength of will. And speaking of Estinian, what news of his recovery? The Azure Dragoon was conveyed to the infirmary, where he now resides, under the care of our hospitalier captain. I am told he has yet to regain consciousness. But as you know, Estinian's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient and allow the process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you would do well to rest and recover from your own ordeals. But surely, Sir Emmerich is never long from Estinia's bedside, and will send word the moment there are any developments. Now, if I have satisfied your concerns, I believe Lord Edmund and his sons are most eager to celebrate your return. Very well, First Commander. Come then, 'twould seem that we are waited at for Tom's Manor.
The heroes of the hour return.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you. And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions. I had chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Our master Alphino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, Warrior of Light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
The amount of noise from cars, bikes, or anything in between in this house is quite ridiculous. And it's just this fucking room. Lynn, my friend, what can I do for the savior of Ishgard? You seek Master Alphino? Ah, he came to relieve me of my vigil a short while ago. When he begged to sit at the Stynian side, I could not well refuse him. Though he would sooner faint than admit it, the boy must be exhausted by Hraesvelgur's trial and all that followed. Stynian is blessed to have such devoted comrades. My own friendship with Stynian began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knights. I learned his name soon enough, but Stynian barely registered my existence. I was less a fellow recruit and more a shadow which occasionally darkened his path. And so I might have remained, had fate not seen fit to intervene. While out on patrol, our company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. Experience forged a bond between us, as such life-threatening situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind, revenge for the death of his parents, and revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that in Alphino he sees something of his lost sibling, and in the ungentle chidings of Stynian, Alphino has found the elder brother he never had. Truth be told, Stynian's tactless observations have saved me from disaster more than once, and I can well understand Alphino's feelings for him. He is a friend for whom I would gladly. Lord Commander, your presence is required in the infirmary. Easy. Tell them I'm on my way. Quickly, we must go to him. Several, yep, okay. Okay. So, the video is 50 minutes long, but I want to finish it, so this may take a while still. Be prepared, is all I'm saying.
Estinian!
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. 'Tis an honor to share the mantle of Azure Dragoon with one such as you.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest. Lord Commander, My hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Oh wait, it's several cutscenes in. Yeah, sorry.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. 'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords. Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace. The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an Azure Dragoon for a new age. Thus were the notes of the Dragonsong rewritten. The din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
As if you haven't seen enough cutscenes already. Alright. I was gazing out at the sea of clouds in an all too rare moment of idleness when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending her way towards the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Lynn. Nay, it was no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought respite from the pressures of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state than I am burdened with a position of more permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters. Am I to be scorned for building upon this system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? And what strange jest is this that places me at its pinnacle? An archbishop's bastard at the head of the House of Lords. But these questions are for me to answer. It is not in man's nature, to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience. It was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuilt the bridges between man and dragon, so must we reimagine Ishgard, one carefully placed stone at a time. We must remember that it is not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for the men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundament of our legacy. I hear word from Captain Whitecape. Whitecape? That Estinian has vanished from his sick room. His willfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend on your travels, pray assure him that I shall keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. Thank you, Lynn, and please, convey my warmest regards to Master Alfina. I will finish this dang quest. The next episode we can go and do something entirely different. You spoke with Sir Emmerich. I do not envy him his new position. Ishgard has chosen a new road, but one littered with the detritus of 1,000 years of broken faith. Yet, though her people may stumble from time to time, I know of none better than Sir Emmerich to lead the march of progress. As for us, there remains the small matter of ushering a new dawn in the shadow of inscrutable Ashen machinations and a seemingly endless procession of primals. But we too must walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the footing. In the wake of Ishgard's governmental reform, new airship routes have been sanctioned. You may now travel to a selection of distant locales from the landing in Ishgard. Okay. I don't care, but sure. You don't deserve to wield the katana. Or carry the paladin armor for that matter. That it? Okay, no, there's still more. More! More! I think they're probably gonna talk. Yes. Oh no, whoops, disable. Thank you, Blanhors? That's a word, a name. No, you need not remain there. We shall rendezvous at the usual place. All is proceeding as expected then. Aye, there is naught to concern us, aside from one overly curious mouse. Dagger man, he's back. This way. That is pretty funny. That is him again. Him again. It is of no moment. They will play their part and we will play ours. And thus did grey mists give way to azure skies. Man and dragon rise above, voices joined in song, but beneath shrouded boughs, beyond the scope of light, shadow stirs. Okay, I was expecting something else. Nope. Alright, the reward for that is we get Wind Up a Merrick, we get Dragonsong Orchestrion Scroll, and we get a coat. We get a ffXIV coat. Right, and that, my friends, fucking finally, is the end of this episode of Just Us playing Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode, instead of continuing with the MSQ, we are going to veer off and we're going to get ourselves an anima weapon. The Heavensward relic weapon. Goodbye.